to Delta faucets, to freestanding bathtubs that steal the show, Edge Supply has the team, the experience, and the inventory to deliver. Contractor or do-it-yourselfer, no matter if it's a fixer-upper or a full custom build, Edge Supply is your home court advantage. Because Edge Supply plays to win. EdgeSupply.com.
This is Mike Greenberg, and you're listening to 96.9 and AM 1060 ESPN, The Jock.
On KBFL Springfield, K245CA Springfield.
Going out of town? Take ESPN The Jock with you at 969thejock.com. You can hear the best of the Ozarks with Chef Tiny, Full Throttle with Craig Stagner, or The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob. ESPNthejock.com.
Summer golf season is in full swing, so how's yours? At Play It Again Sports, you'll find drivers, wedges, balls, bags, gloves, and shoes. Everything you need to keep your friends from talking too much trash when you're out on the course. Trade in your old clubs and upgrade to something that'll actually help your handicap. Because when you trade in, you win. Before your next tee time, swing by Play It Again Sports in the Fremont Center on Battlefield Road. And remember, when you trade in, you win.
Blue 42, set, hut, hut, hut. Football's back from Missouri State to the Kansas City Chiefs and the Mizzou Tigers. The excitement starts now on the Opening Drive with Tom and Rob. Get the latest news, analysts, and hype weekdays on ESPN The Jock.
We'd like to invite you to join us on the Opening Drive. Give us a call or text at 417-866-0969 or reach out to us at the 96.9 Jock Chat app.
Opening Drive.
It's Opening Drive.
Opening Drive.
It's the Opening Drive.
It's smart, it's local, and it's a whole lot of fun. Real opinions, real laughs, and real connection to the Ozarks every single morning. From breaking down the biggest games to celebrating the best of the Ozarks, debating the poll question of the day, and reacting to your messages live. This is sports radio done differently. The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob. Weekdays 7 to 9 a.m. on ESPN The Jock.
Good Thursday morning.
Got to get some oil on that.
Oh, my gosh. Ooh, I didn't have enough coffee to get started today. No, it's just this heat, just wearing my vocal cords out.
That's what it is.
Yeah, just wearing me down, Now, good morning, everyone. Good morning. It's Thursday, August 13th, in case you did not know. I am Rob Rodgers. That is Tom Ladd. We are live. We are the Opening Drive with Tom and Rob on ESPN The Jock. So glad you're along the ride with us today. And what a hot ride it will be. I don't know if you've looked at the extended forecast. If you don't like heat, don't look at the extended forecast. It's rinse and repeat here for the next week or so. But it's going to be a scorcher today. So, again, I said that yesterday and the day before and the day before that. Make sure you guys are drinking plenty of fluids out there, okay? And be aware of that. It's going to be a hot one. Hit the pool for last few times of the year, I guess, here. Pool's be busy.
As one of my parents would probably say, as we bring this up, it is August.
It is August.
So
what do you expect?
Yes, exactly. It's always close to 100 degrees in August. So
yeah,
we've been lucky this year.
We have been, actually. It's actually been a very moderate summer. I mean, if you want to get right down to it, we were mowing our grass a lot. But there is a trade-off with this heat. If we can get this heat setting in, there might be a little bit less grass to mow, which would be great too. So
might be dying is what you're saying?
I'm thinking so. Ooh, it's hot. Of course, it's kind of like a greenhouse hot though. So I mean, maybe that helps the grass grow. I don't know how that works.
It seems like little shower went through last night, made it hotter afterwards.
I know. Thanks a lot for that.
Yeah.
Really appreciate the go into those steam rooms. I don't know if you've ever been in one of those before. You go into steam rooms. If you've never been to a steam room before, they tell you that you have to prepare to go in there. Don't breathe fast, breathe slow, relax. Because you get in there, it's always like, oh my gosh, it's really hot in here.
Right.
So that's kind of what it's felt like the last few days. But anyway, glad you're along the ride with us today on the Opening Drive. We've got a lot to talk about today, as we always do. It's a full day, and we've got some great guests today. And Chef Tiny coming to the house today. Looking forward to that. And as always, our show is sponsored by
Play It Again Sports.
Play Again Sports is located at Fremont Shopping Center. If you want to go head on down there, they got great golf club selection. But the big thing now, they got all the fall gear. They got it in. It's all there, ready for you. Football cleats, helmets, pads. They got the shin guards for soccer, cleats there as well. Everything you need. Volleyball as well. All that kind of workout stuff, the knee pads, everything. It's all there. Play Again Sports, located in the Fremont Shopping Center.
Neat thing too is, if you're on a budget, they've got used equipment as well.
They do.
So depending on what sport you're playing,
gently used. I mean,
yes,
yeah, especially on the helmets and the shoulder pads. You know, you think about Mighty Mites, for example. Hey, I'm gonna take my kid out to play Mighty Mites. Plays 1 year, says I don't want to play. You know, you bring that equipment back from Mighty Mites, that's not even used. You know, that's shiny still. And that's probably in there, Play Again Sports.
Or if you want to start them off with maybe some gently used instead of buying the brand new,
yes,
you know, get them something just to find out if their passion is up to snuff. You know, get them some gently used stuff. And if they want to continue, then you can buy the newer stuff.
Listen, little Johnny, you're going to play football for the rest of your life.
And you're going to love it.
You're going to love it.
See?
We're going to start you off the used equipment because I don't trust the fact you're going to play this the rest of your life.
Because back in my day, we never quit.
We're not a quitter family, Johnny. We're not quitters.
That's
you get
right.
out there and you play. You get out there and get crushed by that kid that's, you know, got 200 pounds on you.
What do you mean you got a concussion? Get back out there.
That's what helmets are for. Unless they have a little cottonmouths in them or something. I don't know. But anyway, get out there and play. When you Play Against Sports, they've got it all for you down there, and they'll open up in around 54 minutes or so.
Then get off my lawn. Dang it.
Get off my lawn.
Here's who we've got on the show today, Rob Rodgers. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready as I'll ever be this morning.
Today is Bear Tracker Day 23.
Boom.
23.
23 days.
Famous number 23s in your lifetime.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. Yes.
LeBron James. At one point.
LeBron.
Yeah, he wore different numbers, but yeah.
Yep.
Those are 23s I think of.
Ted Simmons back in my day, catcher, Cardinals.
Ryan Sandberg. Was he a 23?
Yeah.
I think he was. Yeah.
So there you go. Famous number 23s. Bear Tracker. Kelsey Tolbert will be on with us at 8 o'clock. VP in charge of sports marketing, athletic marketing at Missouri State. We'll talk about the upcoming Bears football season, but we'll talk some fall sports with Kelsey. 8 o'clock today.
Sounds great.
Kelsey on. Jeff Tiny will be in at 8 o'clock as well.
Best of.
We'll talk a little baseball with Chef Tiny, of course, because at 8:40 then, Jose Lajer is on.
Jose Lajer. We swung and missed on Monday. Had some things going early on. I think it's Monday. Golly, is that long ago? I think it was Monday. He had some things going. So we got him rescheduled for 8:40 today. Talk some White Sox baseball.
Man.
And
one of the best stories in all of baseball, the White Sox.
Yeah. So, and he's a part of that, and excited to have him on today at 8:40. The former Springfield Cardinals skipper will be in the house talking to 8:40 today.
So yesterday, right after the show, as I was, doing my post-game runs and calisthenics and stuff that we always do.
We always do that after
the
show,
stretch,
out in the parking lot. Mm-hmm.
I get loose, do my calisthenics and stuff.
It's cool down.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Rob calls me and says, "Did you see? The Lakers were just sold."
Like a minute after, like I left the building in the car, I'm getting on 65. I get a notification that the Lakers just were sold. And my first reaction to that is this: why can't they do it during our show so we can talk about it? But that's okay. That's a full 24-hour news cycle for us, basically.
Yeah.
Before we can talk about it again. But anyway, yeah, the Lakers sold. Again.
This is like the second time in
ever, because the Buss families, they own them forever, right?
But it's also the second time in 2 years.
Second time in 2 years. So Mark Walter, we talked about a lot on this show, the Guggenheim CEO.
Little investigation going on in his life.
There's a little bit of something we didn't know about. Okay, so basically this is the deal. Mark Walter owns the Dodgers. Okay, that was his first major foray into sports. He ended up buying the Dodgers. He bought with Magic Johnson. Then he bought the Lakers, and of course the Sparks came with them. It's kind of like a fries coming with the hamburger. Bought the Lakers and Sparks, He also owns some interest in some overseas teams as well, soccer and stuff. Also owns the Cadillac F1 team. Okay, started that up this year. Well, it comes to find out Guggenheim is his main deal, but he also has Delaware Life and a couple of other life insurance companies as well. Well, it comes to find out there might be some IRS issues, possibly with those companies that he's affiliated with. So that was in the story. I don't know if that's the reason he sold it. I don't know, but it's just kind of interesting. Those two things line up at the same time. He might be cashing his chips, basically. Now, that's interesting. Okay. It's interesting because he bought the Lakers for, was it 10 billion? Sold them for what? Did they say 12 and a half?
12.5.
So he made $2.5 billion in basically a year. Okay. I wonder, it has to be over a year. He's smart enough not to get the short-term capital gain on that bad boy. So I'm sure it's over a year officially. But that's interesting because what's that mean for the Dodgers, who he has basically deferred compensation for literally half the league? What's that mean? This could be a story that's unfolding before our eyes of a major deal. Now, or it could be a nothing. Could be a big fat nothing burger. Because if the company's doing it, the companies are the tax evaders. He doesn't own the company. I mean, he owns the company, but he's not in there going, okay, he's not. I don't think there's a criminal process there for him. That's not going to happen. I wouldn't think that's going to happen, but the companies he owns would be hammered, okay, with fines and all that kind of stuff. So I'm eager to see what that's all about. Or in this world, he bought it for 10. He can sell it for 12 and a half. He's not in love with the Lakers. He just got LeBron's gone. He's like, I think I can move on to something else. That could be it too. He just might just say, I'm not a big fan of NBA basketball. I think I'd rather own something else or plow more money into F1 or maybe he has, maybe at 2.5 billion profit, he has an opportunity to go buy, I don't know, a European soccer team or something. I mean, it could be a lot of different things.
Yeah. And with LeBron leaving and, the value of it going up, even with him gone.
Yes.
Says a lot.
That does say a lot, right?
Right.
So, of course, the Lakers are a marquee brand, but I mean, that's interesting. You lose all the jersey sales, LeBron jersey, you lose all that. I just think it's interesting that it coincides with a business thing happening in his other part of his businesses.
Right.
So I don't know. And whenever the federal investigation pops up, you're kind of like, oh, that's not good.
I think almost all of those guys, nearly, let's just say 98% of those very, very rich guys, probably every one of them have some skeletons in their closet when it comes to financial issues.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause, these guys, they hire, the numbers guys, the accountants, to keep them, paying less and less every year. And sometimes those guys, it's unbeknownst sometimes to the owners what they're doing on the other side over here. The numbers guys are the ones that need to be investigated, not the.
And then you go back to the paper trail. Hey, did this guy tell you to put this money in this bucket over here, which gives you better tax savings and so on and so forth? Life insurance companies in and of themselves are very difficult because you're basically paying a promise for something on the future. Then you're making interest on something in the future. So there's a lot of future. So, the person has to pass away to collect a life insurance policy, which keeps in mind, if you guys do life insurance out there, and if you do, I hope you do, to cover your family's expenses and those, you don't want to leave them in a lurch. Just letting you know, if you don't have life insurance, you can actually reach out to me. I don't sell life insurance, but I can put you in touch with some reputable people. It's affordable, but you need to, they basically pay a premium, a dollar amount, say $100, whatever it is, a month. Let's just say that's a number. Life insurance companies have to keep on their books 1.5 times 2 times the amount, basically, of money on their balance sheets to cover a death or a claim, right? All insurance companies do. It's like a federal law type thing. So, well, insurance companies are under state law. I'm not going to convolute this. Anyway, they pay the money on the premium, then they invest the difference into something that makes money on money. I've talked to you about this before. These money guys, what they're good at is making money on top of money. Okay, they stack money and they compound money at a higher rate. That may invest in the stock market. They may invest it in insured bonds, or something. A portion's invested here, a portion's invested there. Okay, what happens is there's different taxable gains or losses associated with those accounts. That's probably what they're dealing with. They probably tried to mask some of the gains with some losses from point A over here to point B over here, and they tried to intermingle it where you might not be able to do that. So, in a long story short, it's an accounting issue, most likely, that they're investigating, that the government's saying, hey, you didn't pay us enough taxes on these gains. Let me tell you, the government does not come after you if you lose money. They don't care. They only come after you if you make money. All right? Let's be square with that, right? So if you're out there losing money in your business, the government's like, that sounds like a you problem. But if you're out there making a ton of money in your business, they're like, hey, that's an our problem. We need that money. So that's probably what it is in a nutshell. It's more of a corporate level type thing.
Meanwhile, the guys that are smiling, Bob Iger and Josh Kushner, those guys ended up buying the franchise from Mark Walter.
They were looking at buying the Las Vegas franchise with Cuban. Now, that's interesting. Does that mean Cuban's on his own? No, Cuban's got help too there, by the way, on that side of it. Does that mean Cuban is going to have to find another partner? Because Kushner is, by the way, the Kushner guy, he is the brother of the president's son-in-law.
Right.
Yeah.
Jared.
Yeah, Jared. This is Josh's brother. So that makes it interesting if they're going to go for Las Vegas from a different angle now, because those two keys are out of it, because they were a part of that.
Right.
They're out of it. Now they're going another direction with Las Vegas. Is Cuban going to put together another consortium, which he had a kind of a loose one set up? Or, as we talked about on the show, on Show Me the Money on Tuesday, does Cuban go, do I even want to go back into the NBA? Which I think he does, because he wants to go back at the Mavericks. And plus, think about this, Cuban, the owners of the Dallas Mavericks own the Sands Casino, right? Well, does it make sense that Cuban just goes, fine, I'll go buy the Las Vegas NBA franchise in your backyard. Right. I'll just go do that and then come beat the tar. It's more of I think Cuban's just upset. But does Cuban now switch and go all in with the Cowboys possibly and stay in Dallas and try to dominate that market with his ego? Or does he go to Las Vegas? Or does he do both? I don't think there's a shortage of suitors either way. I think he could probably own both the Cowboys and the Las Vegas NBA franchise. He'd have to do some sort of ownership thing, because the NFL has kind of rules and stuff,
right?
But they're not in the same market. So I don't know.
He will, but we can. We feel good that he's going to be back in the game.
He will be somewhere.
Yeah,
because he is ticked. He's no longer making any. He thought he was going to still have say when he sold a majority ownership of the Mavericks, and it turns out he has Zippo. It's like, hey, Mark, thanks for the franchise. Go sit in the corner. We got this handled. We got this handled. And Mark Cuban, as you know, you don't tell him to sit down, shut up, and sit in the corner.
Too many egos.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, look what he did with Dallas after he bought him. I mean, he elevated that franchise big time.
Made him relevant.
Yeah, a little controversy along the way, but he did things his way differently, elevated the franchise, made a bushel basket full of money.
Oh, yeah, bought for $220 million or something and sold it for something billion,
yeah.
$2 billion, $3 billion, or whatever it was. But think about this. The Lakers just sold for 12.5, right? So now you're looking at the valuations of everything. We're talking about this on Show Me the Money next week, but because I've got a whole valuation thing for NFL, everything. If you think this, an NBA team selling for $12.5 billion, most ever for any franchise ever sold in any sport, any club, anywhere, right, in the world. That's the Los Angeles Lakers, an NBA team. Just think what everybody around the world said yesterday. Thank you very much, because that means everybody made money yesterday. The boat rises.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody. Jerry Jones down yesterday probably made $4 billion in valuation on that sale alone, just for the Dallas Cowboys.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Josh.
Thank you. We appreciate the Disney money coming from Iger and his consortium. But that's going to be fun. And another Show Me the Money next week. The Yankees getting involved in this whole deal too, not being sold, but part of them were sold. And we're going to talk about that on Show Me the Money Tuesday. We might have to do a Show Me the Money special tomorrow.
Yeah, well, we can do it.
We might have to do that.
We can do it.
Because
It's such a good segment.
So many things happen this week. But anyway, yeah, Lakers sold for $12.5 billion. Just think, they're owned by the Busses 12 months ago.
Well, and at one time, 9 out of the top 10 pro franchises in America were football.
Yes.
Well, we got the Lakers moving into the high rent district now, and
the others are coming.
Yep.
The Knicks are going to come in there. I mean, they're all the big franchise, the big ones, the big city franchises, they'll be moving up. They just made money by just sitting there. Think about the Buss family right now. Here's our trusted Lakers. We're going to sell to you, Mark Walter. Mark Walter, thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, you want to buy this?
a year later. He was working it from day one. He was like, hey, you guys want to buy this? Day one. Had to be.
I would not be surprised.
Yeah.
He bought it to flip it.
Yep.
And I'm telling you right now, the Buss family, they have sell-on clauses in some things. That would have been cool if they had a sell-on clause, get a little piece of that too. Maybe they do. I don't know. Anyway, that's fun. Lakers sold. We got to take a break, though, on the show. We've got a lot of things coming up today on the show. Of course, we've got Kelsey Tolbert. We've got also Chef Tiny, Jose LaHare, a full show. And next, we have our poll question of the day. Next on The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob on ESPN The Jock, brought to you by Play Against Sports. This is Rob Rodgers from The Opening Drive on ESPN The Jock. Each and every day as we lead up to the Bears football season, we have the Bear Tracker, where we'll highlight the coaches, the players, and all the statistics leading up to the 2026 Missouri State Bears football season.
When you start spending money on your marketing, making mistakes is not something you want to do. So Roy Williams, author of the best-selling books, The Wizard of Ads and Secret Formulas of the Wizard of Ads, presents the 10 most common mistakes in marketing. Number 9, believing that millennials aren't like the rest of us. Millennials aren't some ancient alien tribe. Rather, they're a collection of tribes. They do not behave as a single entity. Go ahead, Google millennials. The definition will pop up as, the industry brims with theories on what makes millennials tick. Truthfully, millennials want the exact same thing that the rest of the world does. A product or service that does something for them. Millennials may not be like the older generations used to be, but then again, the older generations aren't what they used to be either. For more on the 10 most common mistakes in marketing, visit ZimmerCommunications.com, your marketing resource in Southwest Missouri. ZimmerCommunications.com.
When your business depends on security, access, and durability, the details matter. At Robinson Fence Company, we've delivered dependable commercial fencing solutions in 9 different states. From industrial and high-security fencing to complex commercial installations, our crews work efficiently and comply with job site requirements. With a long-standing presence in Springfield, Missouri, and our office in Dallas, Texas, Robinson Fence is a trusted partner. Robinson Fence Company. Commercial strength, proven experience, professional fencing by professional people.
Culinary history with Retro Metro. Long before Surf and Turf gained its catchy nickname, people were already pairing the best of land and sea on special occasions. Retro Metro celebrates that tradition with their Jeremy and Julia Surf and Turf, a 6 or 10 ounce filet, served over Cajun cream pappardelle pasta, topped with 3 grilled shrimp, and a house-made crab cake, finished with fresh béarnaise. Experience the all-new dinner menu at Retro Metro.
I'm Chef Tiny, inviting you to Retro Metro for some giant flavors. Your table is waiting.
When people visit your place of business, everyone has a great time. You're giving families and friends a way to break up the boredom and have some fun together. Now you just need more people to enjoy what you have to offer. That's where ShopOzarks.com comes in. When you're part of ShopOzarks.com, thousands of potential customers will see your offers, helping you build your exposure. ShopOzarks.com is a great tool to give your business and fun experiences a jumpstart. Contact us today to find out more at ShopOzarks.com.
Your takes, your teams, your town. From hot stove baseball to big deal or not a big deal. Mornings belong to The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob. 7 to 9 a.m. on ESPN The Jock. Don't just listen, be part of it.
We'd like to invite you to join us on The Opening Drive. Give us a call or text at 417-866-0969 or reach out to us at the 96.9 Jock Chat app.
The question is out, and the internet has opinions. We've put today's hottest sports topic up on X, and now it's time to see where you stand. The Sports Poll Question of the Day on the Opening Drive with Tom and Rob on ESPN The Jock.
What a stupid question that is. What a stupid question. You ask a lot of stupid questions.
The Sports Poll Question of the Day on the Opening Drive with Tom and Rob on ESPN The Jock.
All right, back on the Opening Drive with Tom and Rob on a Thursday morning. Going to be a hot one today, so take care of yourself on that. And we got Poll Question of the Day on X.
On X, on Twitter, it's 96.9 The Jock. That's where it can be found. We do this every day, the exception of the days I'm not here.
We will do it at some point when he's not here. I just don't know when that will be.
I actually put one up one day when I wasn't here. So we did do it when I wasn't
right.
here.
Yeah. We
remember?
Did that one. Yeah, we did that one.
So 96.9 The Jock, you can find the question of the day. Here's today's. In your opinion, which conference will be the best in college football this season? Big 10, Big 12, ACC, or SEC?
Yeah.
Which will be the best conference in college football this year, in your opinion? Big 10, Big 12, ACC, or SEC? You know what the big boys always say, or the, it's got to be between the Big 10 and the SEC, but
correct.
And the Big 10 has won 3 national championships in a row.
Yeah.
Does that streak continue?
You know, it's hard to know. It's because the portal, you just don't know. I mean, you don't know what Indiana's got. I mean, you know what they got as far as a coach and encouragement and coaching ability and such.
To me, that's all that you need to know.
Pretty much.
To me, I think he is the guy. I mean,
you'll will him to win.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't think they win it without him last year.
I don't think so either.
Even with that same personnel.
No, I think he's the difference maker. I put Big 10. I think right now the Big 10 kind of has all the biggest programs in the Big 10 are stronger than the biggest programs in the SEC. I know that's going to tick off a lot of SEC people out there, but I challenge you to look at that one up side by side.
CBS Sports announced their top 12 are the teams that they thought would be in the college football playoffs this year.
Yep.
Okay. And ranked them. They had Notre Dame 1.
They're going to be good.
Georgia 2. Ohio State 3. Then Miami, Texas would be the top 5. Then you have Texas Tech 6. Indiana 7. Ole Miss 8. Oregon 9. Texas A&M 10. LSU 11. And the lone, non-big boy is Boise State 12.
Okay, so that's an SEC bias right there. That's mostly SEC teams.
Well, wait a minute. You've got Georgia,
yep,
Texas,
yep, Texas A&M,
Ole Miss, Texas A&M, yep, and LSU.
6. Is that
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of 12.
5
yep.
of 12.
Big 10 has Ohio State,
Indiana,
Oregon. Yep.
That's it. 3. And then you got Notre Dame, which is the independent. And then you got Miami, the ACC team. And you got the Big 12 teams, Texas Tech.
Yes.
And then you got
Boise State. Yeah.
So according to CBS, SEC has the greater odds, right?
Yes.
What's
every year that comes up that way.
It does. What did the portal say? What did the portal do? Where did the players go? Right? Where was the movement? And I guess if you can track movement, if they're going to be successful, you can't predict if we're going to be successful. Why would they move in some of these places? So I don't know. I look at it this way. Big Ten's won 3 in a row, right? Until Big Ten gets knocked off the perch, I think I say Big Ten's going to win it. That just based on history. I would put Ohio State up against any of those people, right? Or Indiana or Oregon up against any of those SEC schools head to head. So
what do you make of the the controversy surrounding scheduling between the two. The SEC now brags that they're playing more league games, and they have been anyway. And I'm trying to figure this out. You would think it would benefit the SEC at the end of the year playing a better schedule, playing against another extra SEC team than the Big Ten, playing against some soft.
Yeah.
Why they're complaining about the schedule?
Well,
to me, it's an advantage to play a better schedule.
It is. And the big thing the SEC does when they don't win, the SEC says, well, it's because we beat each other up an extra game or whatever during the schedule. And then when they do win, they say, well, we win because we got better league, top to bottom, because we play tougher competition. So they can't have it both ways. When you go through there and you lose in the championship 3 straight years, your best team against their best team, that's a problem. I mean, you got to figure that out. I mean, is your best team actually getting to the championship? Maybe your best team's not getting there because of maybe they lose to a Big Ten team in the semifinal or something like that. Again, you get beaten in a semifinal by a Big Ten team. That's not a good thing if that's your best team in your league. So I don't know. The way I look at it is this: they're going to expand it first. They're going to expand it out to probably, what is it now? 12 teams. They'll probably expand out to. They'll go slow. They'll probably expand to like 16. Next. Then they'll expand out to another. They're just like the basketball's doing.
It's going to be watered down.
It is.
Yep.
And they're going to expand and they're going to have to fix the portal where you just can't bolt and not play in the playoffs. You're going to have to lock them in. There's going to be some contractual thing where you can't leave your team or you can't enter the portal until your team is done or something like that. It's going to have to be, or until the end of the college football season, which is tough because that's into the second semester. So I know how it's hard. I mean, maybe it's a December 31st deadline to declare, but you can't leave your team until your season's over. There has to be some rule there. And then again, you run the risk of, I got a kid that doesn't want to play for me. He's still on my roster. I don't know. I don't know. That's good.
And that happens with all non-championship games. I mean, all the bowl games for the most part. If you're in a bowl game and you're not playing for the national championship, you're going to lose some of your best players because they are vying for NFL contracts
or moving to another school.
Yeah.
I think you should be committed till the end of your season. You can't declare for portal or transfer or anything like that. Can't declare anything until after your season is complete. That means the bowl game. So if we're playing like last year, what was it, December 17th, 19th, somewhere in that range, we played down at the Xbox Bowl, the Missouri State Bears. You can't leave the program until that last game. I mean, until when the whistle blows and we're done with the season, you can get on your Twitter, as soon as you're walking in the deal, you can declare at that point.
That's so the teams that play early have the advantage of, the players, they play those games starting mid-December, right? I mean,
sure. The Bulls.
Yeah. So you're saying a guy that plays a December 15th bowl game can get out the 16th. That's a definite advantage over other teams. When you start getting those guys.
When your regular season ends end of November, right? Before conference championships. It's just part of playing for a team that's good. I mean, I just think trust me, if you're that good, you'll get picked up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's just say you're a star running back or whatever, and you have to play until December 28th in the Holiday Bowl, okay, with your team, Power 4 team. And the season's ended and the portal's open. Well, the portal doesn't close until after your season or your last game, unless you're playing in the playoff, which they might you can declare for the portal, but you can't leave yet. Okay.
Yeah.
Because it goes into the new year. That guy at December 28th, when you're walking off the field and you're like an all-conference, all-American type running back at San Diego State or something like that, you're going to get picked up. I mean, but
here's the problem. So you got a Missouri State running back who rushed for 1,200 yards or whatever.
Sure.
Missouri State, I mean, not top of the ring, but it's a pretty good football program. Yeah. So this guy rushes for 1,200 yards. They play their bowl game December 15th, and he declares at Clemson the 16th. He said, "Hey, I'm in the portal, Clemson, whatever. Yeah. Maybe it's a couple days later." Sure. Picked up by one of the big boys. Well, Clemson could have picked up the guy from Ohio State that was the backup.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's still pretty good.
Sure.
He's still a 4-star or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
He's pretty good, but he loses out to the Missouri State kid
Sure.
at 1,200 yards when he could have gone to Clemson. Maybe that was his school, too.
I just say that life's not fair. I mean, that's all I can say. At some point, somebody's going to get screwed over. I mean, it's just the way it is. I mean, you can't, it's not like the NFL, right? The season's over. Free agency starts a week after season's over. I don't know if that's what it is, but it starts on a certain day.
Yeah.
The season starts, and then boom, you can start, right? It's just not, it's not the same because the NFL, they're all professional and they play over an entire year. When you have academics involved, and you have semesters, your end of your semester is in December-ish with finals. You start back up sometime second week of January, right? You got to go to the new school.
Yeah, that's when it's got to be done before that.
Yeah.
Which, conflicts with the football playoffs.
No.
That championship game.
Yeah.
Because they're playing that. What day of the year? I mean, it's
like the January 8th or something like that. So you only got like a week before you have to go to your new school. It's just, let me tell you something. If you're playing for the national championship and you're that good a player, then I think they'll find a place for you. Plus, I really honestly question if they're even going to school at all anyway. So it doesn't really matter. So let's just throw that little bone out there. I don't even think they're going to class. I don't think they're taking classes. I don't think they're doing anything but collecting money, honestly. I mean, prove me wrong. I would say
there's a lot of
online courses.
Yes.
And let me tell you about that. You don't have to take online courses, Tom. You don't have to take online courses. I don't have to take online courses. But I'm telling you what, I can hire Callie Swafford to take online courses for me. You know what I'm saying? I can hire anybody I want to with that kind of money to take my courses. I am seriously questioning the academic integrity of the NCAA and their deal. And if they're going to get back, this 5 for 5 is a good start.
Yeah.
But if they're going to get back to academic integrity, being an actually higher education institution, what the primary purpose of a college is for, we can talk Missouri State football all day long. Their job is to put productive citizens out in our community. That's their job. It's not to produce football players. We're not a football factory, but that's what sports and college are becoming. So if you can actually tell me that this kid is going to class, I got to get to my next school by semester starts. They don't care. They don't care when they get to school. They'll show up. When they show up, first day of spring practice is when they show up. And guess when they'll start their academics? That day. Oh, looks like you're signed up for underwater basket weaving day 1, first day of practice. Hey, we don't have a pool for basket weaving. That's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll do it all on modules, all online. You don't even have to go underwater for underwater basket weaving. It's just totally just online.
But I think the coaches and the schools would rather them be enrolled that previous semester.
Sure. The spring semester.
Yes. They want them at their school. If they're going to play football for them next year, they want them in spring drills. They don't want to wait until the summer.
Maybe that's the deal, Tom. What if this happens? You transfer from school to school. You can't leave your school to the end of the spring semester.
Ooh.
Look at that.
That's kind of I don't know if that would be fair for the coaches then. I mean,
I don't know if life is not fair. I mean, where do you draw the line? Maybe if you commit to a football program, let's just say you commit to a football program. The football program technically starts in the fall. Okay. That's the season, the championship season for football is in the fall, right? Yes, it carries over into the new year, but technically for how many schools are we talking about going to go past New Year's Day? I mean, how many, like what, a dozen? Maybe a dozen teams, maybe go past New Year's Day, maybe 20, maybe.
Don't they play
bowl games and stuff?
They basically they start the championship series that week, don't they?
Yeah. So, I mean, so you're talking, but the vast majority of those schools, their season ends first week of December, okay? Or last week of November. Or, if we didn't go to the bowl game last year, we would have been done the last week of November. Whatever that, look up on the schedule. Whatever the last game of the regular season is up there. I can't read from here. That you're done.
Yep. Thanksgiving.
Around
Thanksgiving.
In the fall semester, right? So there again, the vast majority of these portal players will be done last week of November. So they're ready to go. Spring ball. I don't know. Maybe you say you enroll in the fall. It's a year commitment. Fall to spring, fall to fall, basically. It's a year. You can go there in the summer after your spring semester. Maybe it's a 2-semester commitment for if you commit to a school. So if you want to go to Missouri State, I'm here in the fall, and I got to stay in the spring for academics to make sure we're academically eligible, because remember, higher education is number one. And then you're allowed to transfer in the summer to join your new team in the summer for some summer drills before you start in the fall for the next school. Maybe that's the solution. That would cover.
It's a good idea, but it'll never happen.
It'll never happen because nobody cares about school. That's number one. Nobody cares about the higher education part.
And yet we've got the NCAA. Have you noticed the NCAA and some of these little infractions they've been posting here lately?
Yes.
Like they feel like they've got to show the community, the world that they're doing something. So now it's, again, some guy was going to the NFL draft and, he, I guess, took money for the flight, and then he came back. He's not going to be drafted.
Yeah.
Or he wasn't going to go high enough, so he decided to come back to school.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to lose a couple of games because somebody paid for his flight. So they're worried about that stuff.
So
again,
no.
And now we got to publicize all that, the little stuff, the bologna sandwich that some coach bought somebody.
Yeah.
We're starting to dig in on that stuff where they got all this other stuff, millions of dollars being spent on players and teams and people not going to school and all this, but we got a bologna sandwich and an air ticket, airline ticket.
Yeah. Or contacting somebody outside of the window, that type of thing.
Yeah.
By a couple hours, I saw that one. Oh, he called 2 hours ahead or whatever, because he's on a different time zone when he called, and they nailed the coach for that. And I'm like, he was like overseas or something, didn't know how the time zones right. And he called somebody's infraction. I'm like, come on, man.
I'm trying to figure out this Jaden Daniels deal with LSU. We can talk about that.
Yeah,
but
we can.
He's a pro now, and yet he's trying to dictate what happens with his jersey number at LSU.
Yeah, that he no longer wears.
Yes.
By the way, you're gone.
Trying to figure that out.
Sorry, you left the school. You're no longer there. Nobody. In fact, I didn't know Jaden Daniels wore number 5 at LSU. I'm not affected by it at all.
Right.
So I guess I'll have to take that number 5 jersey back that somebody gave me. I don't know. I mean, come on, let's go. Don't need doing that. Hey, we got to take a break on the show. We'll talk more about this and many other things when we come back. Don't forget, Kelsey Tolbert coming up later today from MSU. Chef Tiny, top of the hour as well. And then we got Chicago White Sox first base coach Jose Lajera, former Springfield Cardinal skipper, coming up next hour as well. You're listening to The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob on ESPN The Jock, brought to you by Play Against Sports. The live stream of The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob on ESPN The Jock is brought to you by Highland Dairy. Fresh milk, great taste, and local pride supporting the show you love. Catch us live on Facebook and YouTube. Highland Dairy, locally made, naturally delicious.
When it comes to your next build or remodel, you need a team that shows up ready to win. In Springfield, that team is Edge Supply. From Blanco kitchen sinks to Delta faucets to freestanding bathtubs that steal the show, Edge Supply has the team, the experience, and the inventory to deliver. Contractor or do-it-yourselfer, no matter if it's a fixer-upper or a full custom build, Edge Supply is your home court advantage because Edge Supply plays to win. EdgeSupply.com.
Pros, find the right flooring for the job in Lowe's newly redesigned flooring showroom. Shop our expanded assortment of trusted brands and get up to 35% off style selections, Stainmaster, and Stainmaster Pet Protect Special Order Carpet. And while you're here, save $100 on the DeWalt 20-volt max 6-amp-hour 2-pack of batteries, now just $179. Get more of what you need faster and save more where it counts from the ground up. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 8/26 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
The biggest impact I get to make is seeing kids graduate. I find it the most meaningful to be able to work with kids and see the smiles on their faces when they figure out how to read.
I felt really strongly that my faith was calling me to be a person who serves others.
The only way that things are going to get better is if we all try to lend a hand.
Volunteer in your community. Visit showmeservice.org. Sponsored by the Missouri Community Service Commission and the Corporation for National and Community Service.
Summer road trip season is here, and before you load up the family and hit the highway, stop by C&C Automotive. Right now, get a free oil and filter change with any brake job. It's a great way to make sure your vehicle is ready for all those summer miles ahead. And the summer heat, too. Take advantage of C&C Automotive's summer special and save 25% on a complete AC system check and service. That's a free oil and filter change with your brake job, plus 25% off AC service. Call C&C Automotive today and get summer ready.
Did you know you can listen to all your favorite ESPN The Jock programs live at 969thejock.com? The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob, A Coach's Perspective with Jenny Hopkins, The High School Show, ESPNthejock.com.
We'd like to invite you to join us on the Opening Drive. Give us a call or text at 417-866-0969 or reach out to us at the 96.9 Jock Chat app.
All right, back on the Opening Drive with Tom and Rob on ESPN The Jock, brought to you by Play It Again Sports. Also our live stream. Appreciate Highland Dairy sponsoring that as well. They enable us to live stream this thing every day too. If you want to see us on Facebook or live, or you want to see us on YouTube live, you can do that. If you don't, then listen to the radio or stream the app. That's kind of where the most people like to listen to us at anyway. So, all right. I
got some info here. Couple things. Yesterday we were talking about one-run games.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I thought that the Royals had lost a lot of one-run games. I wondered, what is their record in one-run games this season? Not as bad as I thought.
Okay.
You may be surprised. Kansas City is 16-21 in one-run games. I thought it would be a lot worse.
I thought it'd be a lot worse too. It just seems like maybe it's because those one-run losses we think we should have won, or come back behind, hurt so much more. The 21 hurt more than the 16 wins, basically.
Yep. Philadelphia right now, the team the Cardinals just beat in the series, 21-11 in one-run games. They're number one in baseball. Texas is next at 21-13, this percentage-wise. St. Louis, 3 games above 500 in one-run games this year, 20-17, and Kansas City, 16-21. So that was something we talked about yesterday. Also yesterday, they released the new, Baseball America released the new top 10 farm systems, or the top farm systems in baseball, because after the trade, there's been some shuffling. Okay. Going into 2025, my St. Louis Cardinals were 18th in minor league baseball rankings. As of yesterday, Baseball America has the Cardinals organization number 2.
Nice.
Not surprising with all the guys that they've loaded up on here the last 2 years.
Brought in a lot of top 10s this year. I mean, just in this trade deadline.
Tampa Bay's number 1. 2 kind of small market teams up there. Then you got Milwaukee. I mean, you look at it, top 3, pretty small market.
Technically small markets. If you want to go by the whole, not baseball tradition, by technicality, the smallest markets, yes.
So you've got San Francisco 4, Baltimore 5, Dodgers 6, Washington 7, Minnesota 8, Cleveland 9, Seattle 10.
Rodgers were top 3 for a long time, but then they just traded a bunch of their top 10 prospects to get Skubal and some others. So they've kind of dropped a little bit, but they'll restock because that's what they do.
Should talk a little bit about the two teams. St. Louis beat Philadelphia last night 7-1. Interesting stat. Since the trade deadline, since they got rid of how many guys? Newt, JoJo, Dustin May. They've won 3 straight series.
Nice.
Who would have thought that? So they get rid of, some of their higher, paid guys, and they've won 3 straight series since then. Kyle Leahy goes 5 innings yesterday, gives up 6 hits, just 1 run, struck out 6, walked none. as they beat Philadelphia 7-1. Cardinals now above 500 again at 61-60. Burley goes 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. He has 84 RBIs on the season, tied with Jordan Walker, who has 84 RBIs. Burley's little streak here of late, listen to this. On-base streak up to 14 games straight. He is tied for number 1 in doubles in Major League Baseball right now with 30 doubles. He has, last night he had his 10th game with 3 RBIs in a game this season, and his 84 RBIs, number 4 in Major League Baseball this year. So he has been on a offensive heater. And then Leahy, his last 9 games started for the Cardinals. He has a 1.52 earned run average, 47 innings. He struck out 46. So you remember we talked a couple of the other pitchers. Leahy trying to figure it out right now. Palante, I think, has figured it out.
Yeah.
So 2 guys, that were probably 4 and 5 starters starting to figure it out. These guys have number 1, number 2 stuff, if they can really figure it out.
They really do. When they pitch, you have confidence. When they come, when you see them on the stat sheet and they're starting that night, you're like, oh, we might get 5-6 innings out of them, solid 5-6 innings. Kind of, there's a confidence level, right? Whereas other teams, you don't have that confidence level. I mean, only with certain pitchers. But if you can have those guys give you that confidence that I think we can get a win tonight. If we can just get 5-6 innings out of these guys and keep the score down, we can get a win.
Meanwhile, the Royals lost to Shohei, Mookie Betts, and the Dodgers last night 4-2, or was it this morning? When did that game end? Probably early this morning.
When it ended. But yeah, I went to sleep after the Shohei home run. I was like, we're done. So, I mean, they played, they got swept. I get it. The bad news is Salvi went out last night for, we don't know what that's all about. He left early. I don't know, some sort of injury of some sort. I don't have the news on that. I didn't really look it up this morning, but if I look at the Royals, the last 3 games, they didn't play bad. Just didn't win games. Their bullpen stinks. They can't hold leads and those type of things, but all in all, for all intents and purposes for the season, kind of bowed up to the defending champs and 2-time defending champs and battled. They actually looked like a real baseball team. If this was a season where the Royals were, let's just say, in second place in the Central with a winning record and they're battling, they got swept by I would have looked at this series and said, wow, we might be able to compete with these guys if we get in the playoffs and line up against them. But we're not there. I mean, when you're starting, Nick Lofton led off last night, and you got, you've got to be kidding me. I mean, it's just the roster itself right now is just a patchwork of who knows. And then I guess Mikal Garcia got a start last night here in Springfield. I guess rehab start for the Naturals, and I don't know how that went. I didn't look that up either, but
yeah, they Springfield won 3-1 over the Naturals. Jesus Baez went 1 for 4 with an RBI in the game.
Yeah, so I don't know how he did last night, but we're chalking up this season. They had the big interview with John Sherman. Vern did, Josh Vernier last week, basically saying, yeah, we need to invest in 2027 in starting pitching and in bullpen. And I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, I know you need to, but are you going to? That's the needing to and going to are 2 completely different things. So it was not a very, I don't know. To me, I listened to it and I'm like, I don't seem very inspired, actually. I sometimes you'll listen to somebody, I like listen to Casey Woods, for example, and you're like, yeah, I'm ready to run through a wall, and you'll listen to somebody else, another owner that sticks their neck out there and says, hey, let's do this. Oh, how about the head coach of the Chicago Bears saying he's going to go undefeated this year? I don't know if you heard that yesterday. I mean, dude, I was like, all right, let's go. I mean, are they going to go undefeated, the Chicago Bears? No, of course not. But that dude is like, we're going to go stinking undefeated. I'm like, that's pretty awesome. That's a good feeling, right? But you listen to John Sherman talk, it's like, I don't have any confidence you can get the job done. I mean, I don't see it happening.
Other baseball news, Drake Baldwin goes 3 for 4 last night with an RBI.
Yeah.
Average up to 274. Atlanta beat the Mets 6'3". And this story, kind of a hidden one. I mean, he's a great player, but probably quiet, and nobody knows a lot about the guy. But he's one of the top players in all of baseball, Arizona outfielder Corbin Carroll.
I like him.
So he becomes one of two players that in less than 700 games, he has 50-plus triples in his career, 100-plus home runs in his career, and 100-plus steals in his career, less than 700 games. It actually only took him 606 games.
Wow.
The only other guy to do that in less than 700 games, Willie Mays.
Wow.
Corbin Carroll.
I like Corbin Carroll.
Of Arizona, one of the top 10 best players in baseball, and probably the name that nobody really, I mean, we know him. We watch this stuff.
Yeah.
But there are people out there that said, who's
Corbin Carroll?
Yeah.
He lefty, just love watching him play.
Oh my God.
He is such a great player, and playing for Arizona, and just he had a big run in the playoffs a few years ago when they knocked out the Dodgers. He was very critical in that series. It was kind of his coming out party, where he came out. It's like, we can play here with this guy, and he's so good. He's so fast, man.
Yeah,
so
he
fast.
is. I mean, those numbers are mind-boggling. 50 triples, 50-plus triples, 100-plus home runs, got power, speed, and over 100 steals in 606 games. He was drafted in 2019. I mean, just big-time MLB history stuff there.
Well, that's Bobby Witt's draft. So, I mean, he's outpaced Bobby Witt in that. I mean,
well, Bobby's still ahead of him, ranking-wise.
Yeah, triple-wise, I think what Bobby doesn't have. He doesn't have as many triples.
Right.
But that's everything else. Ooh, those two are the two guys out of the draft, basically. Bobby Witt Jr. and Corbin Carroll, the two best ones in that draft so far.
Here's your question of the morning.
All right.
Before we take our break. Miles Michaelis was DFA'd by Washington.
Saw that.
You got Trevor Bauer, Miles Michaelis, Trevor Bauer, Miles Michaelis. Who you going to pick up?
Trevor Bauer. I don't understand what's wrong with people. I mean, I saw
somebody's going to pick Miles Michaelis.
They will.
Up.
They will.
Won't even give Trevor Bauer a thought. And this guy's, putting up goose eggs in Mexico.
They're going to pick up Miles Michaelis, or what is his name? Is it Miles?
Yeah, Miles Michaelis.
They're going to pick up Double M, who's got like a 6 ERA, to go fill in a middle of the bullpen mop up role, and they'll pay him, and they won't pay Trevor Bauer.
$1. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning.
Hey,
Chef Tiny.
I'm here.
He has entered the building.
Hey, so Rob, I was listening, literally pulling in, and you talking about John Sherman investing, in starting pitching and relief pitching. And I'm like, Jerry Jones and John Sherman, every time they talk, it's like, I'm Charlie Brown, and Charlie Brown's mom is speaking. Womp, 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 womp,
exactly.
Yeah.
My thought exactly. We're going to pick up that thought after the top of the hour. Kelsey Tolbert coming up, and we'll have Chef Tiny as well on the opening drive.
Springfield weather on the Jock.
Well, the forecast for the next few days boils down to one simple question. Can we hit 100 degrees? Right now, the hottest that we've been for this summer is just those upper 90s, but we'll have a chance to get to triple-digit heat for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with that real feel balancing somewhere between 100 and 110 outside. Ozarks First, I'm meteorologist Matt Huff.
The leaves aren't the only thing that can get brighter in the fall. 'Tis the season to play under the lights. At Play It Again Sports, football and soccer players reload every year with lots of new and gently used gear. From shoulder pads, helmets, mouthpieces, gloves, and footballs to soccer shoes, shin guards, shorts, and jerseys. If you play a fall sport, it's more than likely we'll see you soon at Play It Again Sports. When you trade in, you win. Play It Again Sports in the Fremont Shopping Center.
Hi, I'm Bill Dutton with Abacus.
And I'm Abe. Bill, when people hear accounting firm, what do they usually think?
Taxes, bookkeeping, basic compliance.
That's not the full picture with Abacus.
Not even close. At Abacus, accounting is just the foundation. We also provide CFO services, strategic business planning, controllership support, and even HR services.
HR surprises people. Why would we offer that?
Because your people and your numbers are connected. Hiring strategy, compliance, payroll structure, it all impacts profitability and growth.
So instead of juggling multiple advisors, our clients get one coordinated team that understands their entire business.
and that guidance helps our clients make smarter decisions.
Schedule a time to meet with an Abacus professional today. Visit us at abacuspro.com or call 417-823-7171 to learn more.
Your home is where life happens. It's where kids play, pets roam, and memories are made. Since 1978, Robinson Fence Company has taken pride in building fences the right way. Every fence we build reflects our commitment to doing honest work for our neighbors. With over 4,000 fences installed, our experience speaks for itself. Rooted right here in Springfield and our office in Dallas, Texas, we're proud to be a hometown company. Robinson Fence Company. Family owned, locally trusted. Professional fencing by professional people.
Your red, white, and ride code this hour is CABIN. Enter now at 969thejock.com or on the Jock app. This is KBFL Springfield, K245CA Springfield.
The Sports Center update is brought to you by ABC Roofing. Keeping it simple. abcroofing.net.
Springfield weather on the Jock.
Well, the forecast for the next few days boils down to one simple question. Can we hit 100 degrees? Right now, the hottest that we've been for this summer is just those upper 90s, but we'll have a chance to get to triple-digit heat for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with that real feel balancing somewhere between 100 and 110 outside. Ozarks first, I'm meteorologist Matt Huff.
Blue 42. Football's back from Missouri State to the Kansas City Chiefs and the Mizzou Tigers. The excitement starts now on the opening drive with Tom and Rob. Get the latest news, analysts, and hype weekdays on ESPN, The Jock.
Culinary history with Retro Metro. For centuries, lobster was a delicacy reserved for those living close to the coast. Today, you don't need an ocean view to enjoy it, just a table at Retro Metro. Introducing Bergen Ravioli. Fresh ravioli stuffed with lobster and cognac, served in a Thermidor blue cheese and spinach sauce that's creamy and rich and unforgettable. Discover the all-new dinner menu at Retro Metro.
I'm Chef Tiny, inviting you to Retro Metro for some giant flavors. Your table is waiting.
The live stream of the opening drive with Tom and Rob on ESPN The Jock is brought to you by Highland Dairy. Fresh milk, great taste, and local pride supporting the show you love. Catch us live on Facebook and YouTube. Highland Dairy, locally made, naturally delicious.
We'd like to invite you to join us on the opening drive. Give us a call or text at 417-866-0969 or reach out to us at the 96.9 Jock Chat app.
Opening drive. It's opening drive. Opening drive.
It's the opening drive.
It's smart, it's local, and it's a whole lot of fun. Real opinions, real laughs, and real connection to the Ozarks every single morning. From breaking down the biggest games to celebrating the best of the Ozarks, debating the poll question of the day, and reacting to your messages live. This is sports radio done differently. The opening drive with Tom and Rob. Weekdays 7 to 9 a.m. on ESPN The Jock.
All right, back on the second hour, the opening drive with Tom and Rob. Chef Tiny in the house has joined us.
Yes.
How are you doing today?
In the house, doing good. I wore my Missouri State Bears baseball shirt that my son got me for my birthday.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm glad you actually lined up Missouri State with our next guest.
I did. I'm back in sync. I'm back in sync.
It's like off an entire day. Like you had Kickapoo stuff on Monday when I Frank Tristan on no, it was on Monday. No, it was Tuesday.
Monday I had the Kickapoo stuff on.
And Frank was on Tuesday.
And then Tuesday I was wearing my Brewers hat with Justin Cole in studio. Like,
oh my gosh,
on, man.
I don't know what is wrong with him. But anyway, he's back on track.
I'm back in sync.
It's good. Kelsey Tolbert, hey, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are y'all doing?
We're doing fantastic. We're doing great. So we got the whole 4 people on the StreamYard here.
Yes, we do.
Wow, that's a full house, isn't it? Can we do 5? Can we bring someone else in?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow, that's cool. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm distracted. Kelsey, how you doing today? What's going on at Missouri State? You got a lot going on your plate right now.
We got a lot going on. Campus is back up and popping. Today is the first day of move-in for our freshmen. So we are ready to go for next week.
So traffic around Missouri State today, avoid. Okay, that's what we're saying. I was telling my wife last night, we were on South Glenstone. I'm like, it's going to get busy here in about the next 2 weeks when everybody comes back to school. I'm just going to say it's going to be very busy.
Even worse because you got the parents that are still here too. So give it a week and it'll get a little better.
They're all crying and everything, dropping off their kiddos. Yeah, I get it, man. I've been there.
So, Kelsey, it's we do Bear Tracker every day, counting down to the first game for the Bears. 23 days away from today, they kick off at Texas A&M. That number probably a little daunting to you, as you. I know you're looking at the next week when they play at home, but a lot of plans underway with Missouri State Athletics these days to get ready for the fall sports season.
Yeah, we had a really busy last week with a lot of news coming out that we've been working on for a long time. Again, as you said, 23 days until Texas A&M. Yesterday, we were a month away from kickoff inside Plaster Stadium. So we are ready to go. It's full go ahead right here inside Hammond Student Center and over at Plaster.
What kind of changes can you tell us about? What can fans see as far as changes?
Yeah, I think we changed a lot last year for our fans. So one of the things that we're doing this year is trying to be consistent with those changes and make sure that we're not changing too much on our fans so that they can get used to everything. But there's going to be some changes that come with the fun updates that we're going to have with construction starting in McDonald Arena, hopefully here soon. There's going to be some fencing and just construction zone areas that's going to affect some travel and some normal pathways on campus that we'll communicate out here in a little bit once that's finalized. That is going to affect Bear Walk, so you'll see some adjustments to the Bear Walk route this year, both so that we can prepare for when football locker room is in McDonald, which would ultimately change the Bear Walk down the road, but also because of some construction. So that's going to change. You're going to have some new traditions also be added. I'm actually leaving from this and going to go over to football practice, and we're going to practice a new post-game tradition that Coach Woods has brought in that's going to really involve all of our students, our student spirit groups from band, cheer, and the Sugar Bears and the football team. So stay around and look out for that after our first win.
Very good. I know you'd mentioned the McDonald Arena improvements, and as you say, that work will begin here real soon. I understand that they've got the money needed to complete that project at this point. Is that correct?
We have a majority of it, yes, through private funding. There is always more that we could do, and so absolutely, there's still asks out there so that we can do some additional things, but the main portion, the locker room portion, is funded. Yes.
Do you see some big time game day changes going on that people need to know about? Obviously, first off, ticket prices. You've got season tickets on sale going on now. That's kind of one of the biggest things I think Coach Woods is hoping to see is big crowds. Couple of sellouts this year. Ticket pricing, season tickets, game day pricing. How is that for this year?
Yeah, we kept it very similar to last year. Season tickets start at $99. So when you break it up over 6 games, very, very affordable for the Springfield family. And those are seats up in the bleachers, which again, there's no bad seat in Plaster Stadium. I've walked all the way up to the top. You get the best breeze up there, all the way up there, or you actually have lower level seating availability down at that $99 price point. We adjusted our pricing map last year so that we could be able to offer that to some fans this year. But when it comes to single game pricing, our prices range from anywhere from $20 to $35. So there's not a big gap in games. And so it's very affordable for the fan. When it comes to game day changes, the biggest thing is we do have a new ticketing system. So if you're looking to log into your old account that you had tickets with last year, it's going to be look different when you go to log in. You'll still use your same login. Just ask to change your password and you'll be able to reset it. But all of your account information is in there. It's just going to look a little different. We changed that over the summer for customer usability sake. So it's going to be a lot easier for you to access your tickets, transfer your tickets, get them onto your phone, all of that fun stuff that we see now in the digital age.
So Coach Woods' first year at Missouri State, how's he been to work with as far as planning for stuff?
Coach has been phenomenal. He has been awesome. As he says, he went out to all orientations this summer and talked to all 17 freshman orientations. He went to the international orientation just this past weekend as well. He visited 22 different sororities and fraternities over the spring. If there was somewhere to be in town or on campus, Coach either told me, hey, I'm going, or was ready to go for me when I made the ask. So he's been awesome. He's fully bought into Springfield, fully bought into what Missouri State is doing and the trajectory that we're going at. And you can see that is helping us project forwards and really, again, as you said, hopefully work towards 2 sellouts this year.
And that's a very big thing, right? The buy-in, okay? Not the typical thing where you think of Missouri State as a stepping stone school, which we are, and it's what happens. I mean, we raise great coaches, and they go on and do great things other places. That's happened, but he is fully bought in, and I think it's permeated through the entire Missouri State community and raise our stature everywhere. That everybody wants to achieve excellence, especially in this new league we're in.
Absolutely. I saw that when I came here too, is Springfield wants somebody that is ready to be a Springfield individual, not somebody who's here to take a step for a couple years or so. They're ready for somebody to fully invest. You saw that that's why Patrick's had success. That's why I feel like I've had success. That's why Casey's had success, is we're here and we fully invest into the community, into the university.
So football's one fall sport. You've got other ones you're working on. Any news to report on volleyball or soccer? Anything else going on this fall?
Yeah, volleyball actually gets going tonight. We have a free exhibition against at 5:30 tonight here in Hammond Student Center. So that starts, and then soccer was supposed to be on Sunday afternoon due to the weather. It's got moved to 10:30, but they kick off as well their season opener. But it's going to be a fun year. We get going really, really quickly. Again, even before classes start. We have Boomer's Block Party, which, if everybody remembers, was Party in the CUSA as we kicked off the conference last year. That'll be our big kickoff event on Thursday next week. It's a free event for the community. All of our teams are out there. President Williams and his cabinet will give out T-shirts to the community. We'll have food trucks, live taping of our podcast. You'll be able to hear from our athletes and some of the coaching staff. And then the students actually we're giving away free white number 26 2026 football jerseys for them this year at the event. And that starts after that. Soccer gets going. Men's soccer gets going with their game against Quinnipiac. And then that weekend, we got a doubleheader soccer game against Mizzou with the women's and Penn State with the men's. So it's going to be a fun next couple weeks. Get going. You got some big people coming into town and some big games here on campus.
Absolutely. So this what, your second year now at Missouri State?
I am entering year 2. Yes.
So take us through maybe some changes since you arrived with the athletic department, some of the marketing elements that you've implemented since you've been here.
Yeah, I think the first thing that we did when I first got here was adding in Vozzy. Vozzy is our text messaging software, and it's where our fans can get direct messages, whether they want to get an email from us. Well, now we can also text with them. So instead of getting our weekly email that says, hey, here are our games, you get the text message version. When a flash sale comes out on tickets, you get a text message version. Just like if Seven Brew texts you, we can do the same thing. That was a big add when we first got here. We've done other things like really invest in our email marketing communication directly to students. This was something that we weren't doing when I first got here, and I was shocked. And so we worked really hard to get that going. We just launched something last week. We talked about the big week that we had, which was our NIL marketplace for co-branded merchandise, student NIL, and then the university NIL. That was something, again, when I first got here was not able to be done. So we had to change our NIL policy to allow that. So that's been a whole year working through the internal processes here on campus, and then working with some vendors off campus to find that right vendor and then get everybody onboarded. So that was a big project. We mentioned already the ticketing software was a big project. We're working this year. My goal is licensing. So I'm meeting with a lot of vendors right now and a lot of local boutiques so that we can upgrade and enhance the number of vendors in Springfield that have Missouri State products in their brick and mortar space for people to go purchase. Lots of things. Very nice. I am not even touching the surface on what we've done.
Did you, were you part of the change? I say change, I guess it is, to most state from MSU or whatever it's been in the past, because I really like it. I don't know about you guys.
I like the most state thing.
I love most state.
Yeah, most state was kind of happening as I got here. From my understanding is it was very much a moniker that the students kind of termed, and it really caught on, and the students kept calling us most state, most state, most state. And the athletics department loved it. And we jumped on board and we fully invested. So our transition over to hardcore referencing us as most state happened right as I got here. It's been a part of the strategic plan as we go through the brand refresh, part of Goal 5 that we're working through with Carnegie on what's the right thing for us to do. How do we adjust, whether it's a full change, maybe just in spirit. And so I've been in part involved, but from an athletics perspective, we have fully gone into most state.
Really like that. That's
I love it.
Yeah,
I think it's something that's been missed. I mean, when you go MSU, that's fine, MSU, but a lot of us when we came with SMS, that was kind of the Alford era. When we went to SMS, we dropped the U.
Yeah.
I like most state. That's us.
There's
no state like most state, right? I mean,
there's other MSUs too.
There's other MSUs everywhere.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
We get it from the licensing side all the time. I get lots of people that'll submit things for other schools because they just type in MSU, and we get Michigan State and Montana State and all of these other schools, which they probably get us as well. And that's the exact reason is we didn't want to be confused with some other institutions. There is only one most state.
So what are you excited about the most with the proposed changes going on at the football field? I saw the artist rendering of the new facility and everything around the facility. Boy, that's going to be nice. I don't know exactly the timetable on that, but with McDonald Arena and some of the changes to the football field, the stands, what are you most excited about?
I think my most excited portion is going to be that tunnel. When that tunnel opens back up, and it's just going to completely change the game day atmosphere for pregame for that football program and for our fans. That is going to be a game changer. I get chills talking about it. I was talking with our pyro company last year about the potential for this. They are so excited. They came out here this year and they were like, is the tunnel done? And I'm like, give us a year. And he's like, I got all of these plans, all these ideas. So we're going to light it up. We're going to throw smoke in there. The guys are going to be ready to go when it comes to the tunnel this year, or when it opens up next year.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be next year. It'll open up.
Hopefully. Yep.
Very nice.
That'll be awesome. Because I remember the tunnel.
I do too.
Walked through that tunnel many, many a times back in the day. And this will be exciting to have that reopen because that's just something special. I mean, that's something that we do that's different.
Exactly. And it's something that ties back to exactly what you just said. The generation that had the tunnel, they get to now experience it again in this new modern era. It ties the old with the new, and it is able to just really wrap the entire fan base around a tradition.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. 100%. That's pretty cool. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for all the changes that are happening over there. There's so many great things happening in Missouri State. So that's wonderful. Last, did you guys on your NIL thing? You talked about that earlier. Did you work out some deals on the NIL? You said you were talking about licensing and other things. Kind of your own special NIL deal.
Yeah, so all of our student athletes can opt into this. And what it is they earn 15% of the net sales on the sale of whatever is their jersey. So with Lloyd Bird, with his, or Boardlord with his line, any jersey, any shirt, anything that has his number and his name on the back of it, all of those sales go directly back to him, 15% of that. Which again, any of our athletes, so we can have our swim team, we can have our acro team, we can have women's soccer. I'm going and talking with our volleyball teams later this week. All of our athletes, hopefully, is the goal to get them on board. And then we'll be able to do some really cool things once we make another NCAA tournament with the Lady Bears, or when we go to another regional with the baseball team. If I can have everybody from an NIL perspective on board, we'll be able to do some cool team shirts and team paraphernalia that will have their faces on everything that we'll be able to launch as specialty products.
That's cool.
And you'll start seeing more and more of that now that we're in the groove.
One bit of advice: make sure you in that contract when you leave Missouri State. Just gonna say, make sure that goes off, because there's gonna be some. I don't know if you saw Jaden Daniels' news. He's suing LSU because somebody's wearing his number 5 from back in the day. So make sure we have some definitive end dates when you leave our university.
But now what she is saying is that if Tiny wants to get a 3X Curry Sutherland,
yes,
something 100%. I can do that. All right, I love that.
And Curry will get paid. There you go.
All right,
I'll send you the link when we get off.
Wonderful.
That's awesome.
Hey, Kelsey, there's a fan event coming up here in a couple of weeks. Football, kind of a welcome back deal. Is that right?
Boomers Block Party. It's going to be fun next Thursday, the 20th.
All right. Thursday, the 20th, next week. Have fun stuff. And that's going to be at Plaster Stadium, right? Out there?
Yep. Right outside of Plaster Stadium in Boomers, Bearfest Village, right where we had all of our tailgate last year. Again, there's going to be bounce houses, face painters, President Williams with his shirt giveaway, food trucks. Corey's going to do his podcast live out there. It's going to be a fun, free event, 5:30 to 7:30 on Thursday.
Will Chef Tiny be allowed to partake in the bounce houses?
100%. You can be our test person to run through them the first time.
There'll be a waiver involved.
Yeah, for the other kids.
For the other kids.
Yeah.
Why are we signing this waiver? Because Chef Tiny's in there.
Kelsey, we appreciate it. Thanks a lot. I will talk to you here in a couple of hours.
Sounds good. Thanks, gentlemen. I appreciate it.
You bet. Kelsey Tolbert getting everything ready. Fall is here. Here it comes.
Yeah.
Go Bears.
We're there.
Yeah, we are there. Hey, we're going to take a quick break on the show, and we'll be back after this. You're listening to Opening Drive with Tom and Rob and Chef Tiny in the house on ESPN The Jock. Brought to you by Play
If
Against
it
Sports.
matters in the Ozarks, it matters here. From Missouri State to the Cardinals and beyond, start your day with the Opening Drive with Tom and Rob. Weekdays 7 to 9 on ESPN The Jock.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like public works supervisor.
Hey, this waterman is under a ton of pressure. Did you ever fix it?
Yeah, 3 layers of duct tape. Wait, should I have added a 4th layer?
This is the job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Everyone needs to take care of their mental health, even running back Bijan Robinson.
When I'm on the field and feeling the pressure, I usually just take a deep breath. When I'm just breathing and seeing what's in front of me, everything just slows down. It just makes me feel great before I run the play.
Just like Bijan, we all need a strong mental game on and off the field. Make a game plan for your mental health at loveyourmindplaybook.org.
Love your mind.
Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Foundation, the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation, and the Ad Council.
When you start spending money on your marketing, making mistakes is not something you want to do. So Roy Williams, author of the best-selling books, The Wizard of Ads and Secret Formulas of the Wizard of Ads, presents the 10 most common mistakes in marketing. Number 10, ad speak. The truth about advertising is that people don't hate it, they hate boring advertising. No one cares that you've been in business since the late 60s, and they know just about anyone on the planet can say that they've got the biggest selection and friendliest staff. Don't waste time of your prospective customers with ad speak. Too many words wrapped around a tiny idea. Rather, entertain with your marketing. Tell people your story. Everyone can relate to and remember stories, and the more people can relate to and remember you, the better chance you have of earning a shot at their business. For more on the 10 most common mistakes in marketing, visit ZimmerCommunications.com, your marketing resource in Southwest Missouri. ZimmerCommunications.com.
We thought about creating a ShopOzarks.com mascot, something obnoxiously cute. Then somebody suggested a giant walking coupon, and honestly, that felt just obnoxious. So yeah, we'll skip the mascot. Instead, we'll keep doing what actually works. Helping you save big at local restaurants, automotive shops, health and fitness, entertainment, and more. No cute mascots required. Just real local savings at ShopOzarks.com.
We'd like to invite you to join us on the Opening Drive. Give us a call or text at 417-866-0969 or reach out to us at the 96.9 Jock Chat app.
Now, it's time for Chef Tiny and the best of the Ozarks. Spotlighting the places, flavors, and local favorites that make this area special.
All right, Chef Tiny in the house officially now that we have his walk-up music in the house. And is he up? Hold on.
Testing. There we go.
Check. Now he's officially in the house.
Is Rob running the board again?
Oh!
Oh man,
I had you potted up every single time. My friend.
I know. Yeah, you didn't miss a beat on that. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes whenever he wasn't supposed to be potted.
Exactly. Yeah. We don't know. We don't care. We don't want to go back. We're not reliving that.
I'm just glad we're not going to have any FCC ramifications when my kitchen mouth starts, talking with the mic accidentally on. Yeah. Kind of like, we always talk about that locker room talk, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Locker room talk.
Yeah.
Don't need that in this building.
Yeah. Well, my father was a sailor, so, it's kind of goes generation to generation.
We almost had a little of that yesterday. We had a little issue with our
Facebook Live.
Yes.
We were talking off air. It was going through Facebook Live. We didn't know why.
Well, we
fixed it now. I mean,
wrong mic hooked up on the computer over here, but it wasn't. It just did
we didn't know.
Yeah, it did some real time change
reset something. Yeah. We got that fixed though, so now you don't have to hear us talk off break about all the cool stuff we talk about. Actually, I'm telling you, sometimes off air is the best stuff. I mean, I'm telling you, we do a podcast for off air. What we talk about
those candid shots, candid talk.
That'd be fun. All right, best of Chef Tony. What we got going today?
Well, we're going to do best of some restaurant news. We got some big restaurant news around the area. Sean Kraft with Nona's he's bought the building or the space where Warehouse was downtown, and they're going to have there's a guy around town who had this basically pop-up thing going on for Italian food called What's Alfredo, right?
Oh, okay.
So Sean has purchased this space, and this gentleman here, Mr. Lorenzo, is going to be opening he's basically going to be opening What's Alfredo, but a brick and mortar. So he's going to have a place for people to go and enjoy the food there, sit down, tables and chairs, all that kind of good stuff. He had kind of been doing these pop-ups around town and at Nona's, even on like their off day, at Nona's. And so that's, just great Italian food. It's going to be a really nice Italian spot downtown for people to go to and, get to enjoy some authentic stuff,
Cool.
And that's the thing is like, with Springfield and Springfield cuisine, we do have our way of doing, cultural dishes. Take cashew chicken, for example, not authentic Chinese, Springfield Chinese for sure. But, it's fried chicken and gravy done with an Asian twist, right? And a lot of times you see that even with Italian or Mexican Villa.
Yes.
It's not authentic Mexican food, but it's done the way that we do it, right?
Yes.
So this is going to be a really nice, authentic spot. You're going to have homemade pasta, all kinds of good stuff there. I'm 100% positive that it's just going to be a rock star show over there. So this guy knows what he's doing. Lorenzo knows what he's doing. Phenomenal chef. Great. He's also Italian. That helps, right? So
from an authentic standpoint.
Yeah, right. So so that's some of that news. And also recently, Nicola's had changed hands. So they have new ownership at Nicola's. That changed hands a few months ago. Nicola focusing more on Masso, the pizza bar that he has just kind of down the shopping center from Nicola's. So the new owners there have been taken off. Some of the dishes they're putting out, it's kind of been a little bit of a refresh on some of that menu. So Nicola, if you went into Nicola's, it was pretty much the same thing, that you'd always have on the menu there for years, right? And the stuff they're doing out there, they're doing different steak dishes, different pasta dishes. They had a salad that I really want to go try that was they posted on social media, had fresh figs and goat cheese and and I'm like, man, this is different. It's like they're really changing, kind of putting their own mark on that spot and on that place with that menu. And so check out Nicola's, the new ownership, new menu, all of that looks really good. So definitely give that place a look. It's don't sleep on it. That's for sure. It's definitely different. And I've had several food blogger, food reviewer friends that have gone there, and they've had nothing but just glowing things to say about it. So definitely go check out the new Nicola's. Also, Split, kind of right there in the same neighborhood, Split Social Kitchen. My good friend Kristen, she's Split's always they took over the original Caesar's Old Mexico spot in that little shopping center there
on the end. Yeah,
on the end, and I mean, can maybe sit 35, 40 people in there max. I mean, it's packed when it has that many people in there. And so she's going to be expanding. They just started with the infill on the other side of that shopping center. She's taking up more space. So she's going to be expanding Split, and truthfully doing it the right way, in my opinion, because you don't want to get too big. When you move and you get too big, it's man, that's stressful. A lot of headaches, a lot more headaches. But she's doing it right. So I don't think you're going to miss out on a lot of the coziness that Split has. I think it's going to be bigger, but it'll still have that same coziness, that same feel, that same culture and attitude that Krista has really put behind that place. And I mean, their food and their menu, it's fun. It's fun. You go to Split, it's fun. It's fun menu. It's fun food. It's, I mean, anytime you can go get a meatball chimichanga, Italian style, the Kevin Costner, that's my favorite thing.
Nice.
My son's favorite thing there.
I'll have to go there. I've been to Split.
Oh man, it's phenomenal. It's just fun food. It's just good eats, good snacks, good food. They use great quality ingredients, and at the same time, it's not pretentious. It's just fun. It does have a little bit of a upscale casual, take on things for sure, but it's stylish. It's fun. Anybody that knows Kristen knows she's all about fun. So she's got a great personality. She just makes it what it is, and so I do love that place. I love that for her, that she's expanding over there. Other news. So Retro Metro, we're going to have a new menu dropping on the day after Labor Day.
Yep.
So we're going to be featuring right now our shrimp and grits. So that we're going to have on there. It's named after a good friend of mine, Jim Payne. So he does the Stomp the Blues here in Springfield,
Yeah.
And so I'm going to say it the nice way, the pain in the rear shrimp and grits. So it's because his wife Paige always says he's a pain in the rear, but she uses a different word for that.
Yes, yeah.
But Jim's an awesome guy. He's actually my Waffle House buddy. So we're, huge Waffle House fans. And last year we placed a bet on the Alabama game. He's a big Crimson Tide fan. Okay.
All right.
And so every time he walks in the restaurant, I like to say War Eagle just to give him a jab, But these shrimp and grits are great. But that's what we love at Waffle House is the grits, the waffles, getting the all-American breakfast with the waffle and the grits and everything. And his wife finds it absolutely repulsive. She can't stand Waffle House. And Jim, I felt, was just kind of alone. And so we became Waffle House buddies. And so we would wager breakfast at Waffle House on Alabama games. And guess who won the first one and got to go to Waffle House on Jim's ticket? I did. So
you got to wonder about people that don't like breakfast anywhere.
I know.
I know. It's like, how can you downgrade Waffle House? It's breakfast food.
It is.
You can eat that anytime.
I can eat it anytime, anywhere.
And it was Anthony Bourdain approved back when he was around. He actually went to Waffle House with one of his chef friends in the South and found out. He was like, how can you not love this place? It's everything's made to order, cooked to order. It's done the old school way. They call everything out, right? Waffle House. So
love it.
But so the shrimp and grits we're featuring this week, and with our new menu, there's going to be some subtle changes, but a lot of the favorites, don't worry, Rob, lasagna is not going anywhere.
Attaboy.
The steak tips will probably see a little bit of an overhaul with just sauce, just switching up sauces. We're kind of going away from the chimichurri and the lighter fare that we featured in spring and summer. We're going to start featuring some heavier, a little bit more hearty ingredients and things just to go with the fall flavors. We're also going to we ran last week this dish. We're doing kind of a German style dish. It's kind of my ode to an old restaurant around Springfield called Bit of Bavaria.
Oh, yeah.
If you remember that place
Remember
on South Campbell. The building's still there. The sign's still on the building.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to be doing this spatzel, which is like a German dumplings dish with a tomahawk Berkshire pork chop on top of it.
Ooh.
All right. And it's all Missouri pork, and this Berkshire farm down, it's kind of about 2 hours or so to the southeast of us, just south of West Plains, but it's Newman Farms, very famous farm that has supplied pork all across the United States to Michelin-starred chefs. So they're very, very well known. And, Berkshire pork, it's like if you have that old, I don't want my pork to be undercooked. I got to have it well done. I don't want to get any kind of disease or sick. And Berkshire is completely clean, and you can have it medium. Medium is the optimal temperature for it, in my opinion. I like to eat it medium. But these pork chops are just beautiful. The flavor is just super deep. So that's going to be another fun item that we're going to be adding. And of course, for dessert, for you ice cream lovers out there, we're going to be featuring Ice Cream Factory ice cream, which is from Lebanon. And we're going to be using their high buttermilk fat vanilla, homemade vanilla. And it's for our Bananas Foster. So I'm going to be doing some tableside Bananas Foster on this menu. So I'll actually come out and flambe the bananas and everything. Everybody likes fire, right?
Yes.
Anytime somebody lights something on fire next to your table, they get excited.
Yes.
Oh man.
Did you hire Matt Strom as one of your servers?
No, but he would be perfect for it though.
Wouldn't he?
Yes. And anybody from the Royals bullpen, if you're having trouble finding a job after you get DFA'd, just come to Retro Metro and I'll hire you to make Bananas Foster.
Now, when you're doing the fire, do you drum your utensils like they do at the steakhouses?
No, it's a skillet, so it's not on a flat top. It's kind of hard to do that with a skillet, but I do put on a little bit of a show.
Next question: when you go get your pork, do you go into the building and say, "Hello, Newman"? You do that?
No, but I do that every time I lay the pork chop on top of the spatzel.
Hello,
Newman. Have to.
Good stuff.
That's fun stuff, man.
Yeah. So that'll be September 8th that our new menu comes out, and super excited for it. Like I said, we don't do complete overhauls on the menu anymore. We kind of did that at the beginning. We would change literally everything up every single quarter and stay with the seasons. But we've kind of developed now things that have stuck with people and things that, they're like, why is this off the menu? Why'd you take this off the menu? When is this coming back?
Yeah.
And so we've really developed just our core. We've got our stars that are always going to be on the menu. And then we just kind of change up some of the seasonal things or things that aren't moving, so much. And we're going to have lamb on this menu. Ran the lamb special a couple weeks ago. Lamb has never sold at Retro Metro very well. It'll have like runs or spurts on things. Sure. And that's tough when you're trying to bring in all these fresh ingredients for something.
Yeah.
And as a business, you don't want to have a lot of waste or shrinkage on something. And so lamb was kind of a difficult thing for us. So I tried out this lamb special, ran it for literally 2 weeks. And I mean, it just went like wildfire. Like people all of a sudden were craving lamb or something.
Mm.
But it was the way that I did this one. It was very simple. And, it's just got a little bit of Dijon mustard on each lamb chop and then some fresh chives. That they went gangbusters for it.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, I like the fact. Obviously, I've got my things I love at Retro and things my staples, right? That I like.
Yeah.
But I like the way you said I'm going to tweak this and that, like the sauce on the tips or something like that. It just for the season. I love that, and you still have the core thing you've always loved there. And then, but then you layer in some new things. Just layer it in, and it's nice.
Yeah, it's like some of the core things that'll never change. We will always serve Herzog beef.
Yes.
Mike and the boys up there in Butler do a great job, and very proud to serve Missouri beef and the way that they do things. They're 100% sustainable. Their ranch is just awesome. You go by the feedlot and you look at the cattle and like their coats are shiny and, the cows, I guess, look happy. I don't know, how you would determine a happy looking cow, but, their eyes are clear. They're not glazed over. The eyes always tell you everything when you're buying seafood, when you're when you're looking at the animal that you're going to be using at the center of your plate. The eyes tell you everything. If the eyes are glazed over or foggy, or these animals are being fed something, injected with something, something's being treated. And when you get fish, the eyes can't look cloudy. You got to look at the eyes first when you receive fish. And, then it shouldn't have, it should smell like fish. People are like, oh, it can't smell fishy. Well, what do you think fish smells like? But
fish smell like fish.
But it should have like a clean kind of oceanic smell to it. It shouldn't smell funky. And I think people just immediately associate a fish smell with a funky smell. So, but it should have that clean smell to it. So, yeah.
Well, good stuff, man. So check out those. We talked Nicola's today.
Nicola's. So go see Nicola's. The new owners have done a great job with that menu. And go check out Split just started their infill. So I'm sure it's probably going to be a few months before they move into that expanded space. But if you haven't been by Split, go check it out and go get a feel for it first. And then, when that new spot opens up and they got a lot more room, I can't imagine, how awesome that party is going to look like.
Sure.
And then also, what's Alfredo opening up in the new space that Sean Kraft just purchased downtown. So be on the lookout for that. Keep an eye on that and when that's opening up, because Lorenzo is going to do a lot of great things with Italian food in this town.
And as always, Retro Metro.
And
new menu set day after Labor Day.
Yeah.
Got some friends bringing their daughter into Missouri State this week.
Yeah.
And they'll be coming to see you at the restaurant. So
love that.
From Southern Illinois. He said, where do we go to eat?
Retro
Gotcha.
Metro.
Got you covered.
Not hard.
No problem.
That's not a hard deal.
No.
All right, we got Jose LaHare coming up next. I see him on there. He's getting ready to come on. Jose LaHare, the first base coach of the Chicago White Sox, the first place White Sox, former Springfield Cardinals skipper. He'll be on next on the opening drive with Tom and Rob and Chef Tiny. After this on ESPN The Jock. Blue 42, set, hut, hut, hut. Football's back. From Missouri State to the Kansas City Chiefs and the Mizzou Tigers. Excitement starts now on the opening drive with Tom and Rob. Get the latest news, analysts, and hype weekdays on ESPN The Jock.
Make something delicious with Highland cream cheese. Start the morning with strawberry cream cheese danishes. Dress up your favorite waffles with a rich cream cheese drizzle. Or make your afternoon iced coffee even better with a decadent cream cheese whipped topping. However you enjoy it, Highland cream cheese brings rich, creamy flavor to every recipe. Find a little inspiration and plenty of delicious recipes at HighlandDairy.com. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Summer golf season is in full swing, so how's yours? At Play It Again Sports, you'll find drivers, wedges, balls, bags, gloves, and shoes. Everything you need to keep your friends from talking too much trash when you're out on the course. Trade in your old clubs and upgrade to something that'll actually help your handicap. Because when you trade in, you win. Before your next tee time, swing by Play It Again Sports in the Fremont Center on Battlefield Road. And remember, when you trade in, you win.
Life's stressful enough, so when something unexpected happens, it's that much worse. That's why it's important that you're covered by Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent David Kinsman. He's not your typical insurance agent. He will fight for you. He's also a local and understands his community. Whether it's home and auto insurance to life and business, he has you covered on all fronts. So when something happens, don't sweat, because David Kinsman has your back. Google David Kinsman, Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance today.
All right, there's your new AC unit. You should be all set.
What do you mean, should be?
Yep, you should be all set. Thanks and good luck.
And that's when you realized it wasn't such a good idea to go with one of the guys who had the AC unit for cheaper. Rogersville Heating and Cooling won't just chuck it in a truck, plug it in, and leave. They take the time to install and quality check everything they do, so you can come home to comfort with Rogersville Heating and Cooling. RogersvilleHVAC.net.
Acres to cover, crops to bring in, work that doesn't slow down. At Heritage Tractor, we understand the demands of farming at scale. That's why we're here with trusted John Deere equipment, parts and service when and where you need it, and industry-leading precision technology to get more from every acre. Season after season, you can count on Heritage Tractor. Here for your fields, here for your farm, here for you.
Not your average sports show. Louder opinions, better stories, and zero boring mornings. The Opening Drive with Tom and Rob. Weekdays 7 to 9 a.m. on ESPN The Jock.
We'd like to invite you to join us on the Opening Drive. Give us a call or text at 417-866-0969 or reach out to us at the 96.9 Jock Chat app.
All right, back on the Opening Drive, our final segment of a Thursday, a hot Thursday. So be careful out there if you're working outside today. And we have a special guest on the line with us today, former Springfield Cardinals skipper, current first base coach of the first place Chicago White Sox, Jose Lajer. How you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
We're doing pretty good today. And I tell you what, the last time we spoke was before you just got the job. Basically you're in spring training. Now you're sitting atop the AL Central. So how has this gone for you this year? I think that's a loaded question.
Well, you know what? Everything is going so well. Just blessed to be part of this team and the rebuild and everything that we've accomplished so far. Just exceeded the expectations. Obviously, nobody was expecting us to be in where we are right now, but we're proud of the work that is being put on the field and the product that we're presenting, and the guys have been playing their butt off, and it's just good to be part of this.
What I'm hearing from the national media types about the Chicago White Sox and even your local media is that this team is very tight knit. They do things together on and off the field. They do things together. They hang out together. They're young. They're hungry. Is that what this team's all about?
No doubt about it. And for those that do not believe in chemistry, we're a living proof that chemistry is very important on a team. Like the team, like bonding together, just going out to eat at different restaurants. The other day we took a trip on a boat around the city on the lake, and it was the team is just doing a lot of things that are not shown in camera. That actually pays off. They play for each other, they love each other, they support each other, and it's good to have a team that goes out and cares about each other like that. Obviously you need some talent, and we have that too.
Added some new players this year too to the mix. How big of an addition has guys like Murakami and Montgomery been for the White Sox?
Well, a lot of credit to our staff. Our GM Chris Getz, he's done a good job just finding the right pieces we need, and going and getting a Murakami who's been great for us. Just surprised, right? Because nobody was expecting him to be this great. A lot of people were a little hesitant going after him just because of strikeouts and this and that, but he's been so good for us. And then Braden Montgomery, like you said, a former first rounder for the Red Sox, we acquired him on a trade that brought along Chase Mydroff as well. It's a young core, and some of the veterans too. Like we gotta give him credit for getting a guy like Anthony Kay, who had experience, played overseas, and now he's performing. He's part of our rotation. Eric Fetty going out on the trade deadline and acquiring Luis Castillo, who had a great outing last night. Oscar Brazovan just to complement that bullpen. And overall, it's been great, all the moves they made, and just so happy to be part of it.
I know you got an afternoon game here today with the Reds, and then you hit the road. Per se, you go to Detroit, which could be a crucial series for you, as they've kind of made some moves after the trade deadline, as far as in the standings are concerned. Then you go across town to the Cubs, so you got a really crucial 6 games coming up next.
Hey, no doubt about it. But it's one day at a time. Like we've been playing good baseball. We were able to sweep Detroit here at home, but then we went to their place and they did the same to us. They've been playing really good baseball. It's going to be a crucial series. But, we're taking it one day at a time. So we're trying to take care of business today against the Reds, and like you say, day game. So thank you for having me today. That way they have to wake up super early. I had to wake up early anyways because I had to come to the park. So I'm just taking it one day at a time. That's the message from our skipper.
You guys in that loaded American League Central right now, Who do you have the most respect for of the teams that are still battling, Minnesota, Detroit, and Cleveland? I'm not going to say scared of, but who do you have the most respect of those three teams battling with you?
I will say every team you have to respect. This is the big leagues. Nobody's taking things for granted. Like teams that are maybe out of the picture, like they're going to have players that are trying to make a name for themselves, improve the ownership and the staff that they belong and they want to stick. So they're going to play good baseball. They're going to play hard. Nobody plays just to like complete the season. Everybody's got their own agenda and they try to win ball games as well. So we don't take nobody lightly. Even the Royals, the beloved Royals for my friend here, Rob. They're playing good baseball right now. They're playing better and they're very talented with all the good hitters that they have. So definitely we don't take nobody lightly. We try to play every game like it matters, especially on a tight race. Like we're not in a comfortable spot right now. Those teams are right behind us.
So Jose, I have a question for you, and that is, when it comes to base running, okay? So base running, for the fans listening, can you give like specific base running reads or a base running read that most fans may not see on TV? That because I know you have like this speed demon thing and rewarding players for great base running, but is there anything that maybe we don't see on TV that you look for that just kind of makes you jump up for joy when you see it?
Well, definitely the message from a skipper from the get-go in spring training was make sure that the first step out of the box is there. Just run the bases hard and put the pressure on the opposition, and that means like hustle doubles. Like you said, I have a system where I reward players for hustle doubles, dirt ball reads. That's when those wild pitches, just make sure that we're advancing an extra base. So we're always trying to advance an extra base. How can we have an edge on the opposition and advance an extra base that puts us closer to home plate, whether that's stealing a bag, right, by the tails, like just going off the tails that we have on a pitcher, or that are just going first to third. We try to be very aggressive. I think being aggressive on the bases pays off, right? As long as the situation allows it. Like we try to be smart and aggressive at the same time. We always like try to encourage our players just to take the first step out of the box. So going first to third, dirt ball reads, when to tag, even tagging from first base on deep fly balls. And we just put a lot of emphasis on base running because we know how much it matters.
And who has taken it the most serious right out of the gate with this competition?
Well, Miguel Vargas
way too
is
seriously.
like Miguel Vargas is very sneaky. Like he's the guy that is recognized for his bat and his defense and the power. All the sexy things that fans want to see. But I think he doesn't get enough credit for his base running. He's already got some stolen bases, but also he's like leading the team in hustle doubles, right? And those are, for the fans listening, when you hit a simple single and you just turn it into a double by just continue to go and having the outfield try to make a good throw to get you out. So he's taking a lot of outfielders by surprise by doing this. And not only like that's good for the team, you're putting yourself in a scoring position, but then that's a double that helps your OPS and your overall numbers.
Mm-hmm. Jose, as you know from your time here in Springfield as the manager of the Cardinals, Trevor Richards is a guy that lives here during the off season, played at Drury University, and seems like he's pretty healthy for you guys right now. Can you give us an update on Trevor Richards?
Oh my God, I call him rubber arm. Like his arm is made out of rubber. Like he's available every day, and sometimes availability is the best tool. So he's always available for when you ask his name. There are times that he'll pitch 2+ innings and he's available the next day. His ability to like throw strikes, attack the strike zone, and blend his fastball with his changeup. He's been really good for us. It's good to have him on a staff, and just even on some leverage situations, he's been able to get the job done. And great guy, man. Like very quiet, doesn't say much, goes about his business the right way.
How's the adjustment been to being in the majors? You're obviously you're in the big league park every day. It's a different level. How's that gone for you?
Well, it's been a smooth adjustment. I tell you that. I love Springfield, but I tell you that the big leagues is something else. Just everything about it is great here. And being able to just be part of a team that at the highest level, and I'm just loving my time. I'm very blessed. Like everything that goes with it, from my time in the clubhouse, the travel, the hotels, like everything about it is just top notch, and the feels, the competition, and just feeling the fans, especially here in Chicago. Like this year, it's been great, and I hear from umpires and some veteran players that have been here in the last 2 years. They say, man, this place is different. There's a different vibe. And obviously it's there now because we're winning ball games, so the fans are coming.
So you saying you don't miss, or you do miss the bus trip from Springfield to San Antonio?
Well, definitely don't miss those, But I'm very appreciative of my time in the minors and everything that I learned. I don't like to complain. I'm blessed. I'm living a great time right now, but I can't say that I did not enjoy my time in the minors, especially in Springfield.
Well, I don't want to let you go before we talk about Jose Jr. He's in college. I saw Estella dropping him off at school in Alabama.
Yeah.
How's that?
Well, it was a little it was tough for her. I know that. I wish I was there with her to just and with Jose as well, to drop him off at school. But it was tough for her. She was just telling me last night that she misses him so much around the house and stuff. I said, well, you better get used to it. It's only going to continue to grow now, and then Eduardo is next. So so we just got to start preparing for that. But we're so happy for Jose, the great season he had in high school, which earning this opportunity to play JUCO ball, under scholarship, and just wishing him the best right now. He's worked his tail off, and we know he's gonna pay off because hard work always pays off. And by the way, congrats on Reds getting his license. Stella told me about it yesterday.
Well, congratulations to Springfield in general. Appreciate that as well. Well, my friend, we're going to let you go. I know you got an afternoon game with the Reds. As always, great catching up. We'll do it again. And, man, I hate to say this, but go Sox. All right.
I heard that. Yeah, go Sox. I know. Well, thank you for your support. It's always great talking to you guys. Anytime, I'm always going to be available. Love talking baseball, and definitely love my time in Springfield and with you, Rob, and your family.
I love it, man. Tell Estelle hi for me, and that's awesome. Good luck today. Go get those Reds, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye, guys.
Thanks,
have a good one.
You bet. It's Jose LaHare, former Springfield Cardinals skipper.
How does he feel about Kansas City? That's what I want to know. How does he feel about Kansas City?
He gets paid by the White Sox. That's how he feels about Kansas City.
There might be an opening there. I'm just saying.
I love him being manager. Anyway, let's go. All right. That's the opening drive for a Thursday. Thank you for joining us, Tom and Chef Tiny. We will do this again tomorrow. It's Friday, Red Friday tomorrow. Let's talk some Chiefs football. We'll see you tomorrow.
Springfield weather on the Jock.
Well, the forecast for the next few days boils down to one simple question. Can we hit 100 degrees? Right now, the hottest that we've been for this summer is just those upper 90s, but we'll have a chance to get